Hello, YouTube. This is Ty the Movie Guy 22 with another exciting chapter of Forrest the Forsaken, Chapter 12. Yes, Chapter 12. I never thought I would have made it this far doing it because I tend to give up easily, but I haven't. And after this, there are only 7 chapters left. And oh boy, let me tell you, it's gonna ramp up and there is going to be many more shocking twists and surprises leading up to book 2. Yes, part 1 does end on a cliffhanger. And get ready for a major freaking twist. We last left off with the somewhat engagement or promise between Tyler and Quinn. Hashtag Tyler and Quinn are endgame, which they are, in a way. Now, excuse me, guys. Sorry. Today's chapter is going to focus on Tyler suddenly having premonitions and him trying to come to grips with it. Okay, so here's chapter 12, Premonitions of Despair. I had woken up suddenly and jolted awake, the covers falling off of me. Ah! I breathe heavily. Quinn wakes up. Honey, are you okay? I'm fine, dear. It's okay. Are you sure? Yes. Honey, I'm fine. My love. No worries. You've been doing this for the past couple nights. Are you sure? Don't worry, honey. I'll be fine. It was just a bad dream. This Forrest is said to play games with your head. And that's why I must be even more on guard. If there's any... I know you're scared. Just remember that each new day is a day to be good and to be thankful and to be happy. Indeed. I opened my eyes a little bit more as I was still hazy. And I see the sunrise. It's morning now. I'll be right back. Okay. I prepare. I take a bath in the river. And the river was extremely cold, so it was a very quick one. And I got dressed. And I helped with whatever Quinn needed. She threw up again. Bleh. Are you okay, honey? Yes, I'm fine. Me and your child are fine. She said, I can't believe it might be possible that I'm carrying your child. Did you expect it to happen so soon? No, I thought we'd have a couple of years, but it is what it is, and I'm really happy. How far along are you? Only about 2, 3 days. That's it? The pregnancy process with us goes very slowly. Uh, I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. Goes very slowly. She talks to her stomach. Are you ready for breakfast? What do you want it to be? A boy or a girl? A boy. But I'd be happy with a girl. What about why? What do you, let me guess. You want a girl. Why do you say that? Why do you say that? So you have someone to pamper and spoil besides me. Is that such a bad thing? I looked at her. I looked at her with a sheepish grin. Is that such a bad thing, honey? No, it's not. Not necessarily. No. Why do you say not necessarily? Because I grew up in the lap of luxury. And I will admit, I don't want our daughter to have the same level of entitlement that I did. Come on, I'm sure you believe me when I say. Oh, besides Leah, Leah made me look like a saint. Really. Yeah. She always had massive tantrums. Leah interjected. I did not, shouted, protested the baby sister. Oh, yes, you did. Describe a moment when I did. Our 5th birthday party. You weren't mad because mom didn't get you a pony. And you cried for 2 days. I did not, she protested. Leah, yes, you did. You're a liar. I'm not a liar. You were so sad that Daddy had to get you a pony and a puppy. Best birthday of my life, she added. She's like, are you jealous, big sister? Playfully. She's like, no, I'm not jealous. You're just mad. About what? She asked, shakingly laughing. She's like, that I had a better pouty face. Oh, please. Your pouty face made it look like you were going to the bathroom. She turned around. Not true. Mm-hmm. I was better with my eyes. I will give you that, Leah said. I thought of a name for a boy. What was it? I was thinking Milo. Excuse me. I like that. I like that name, she said. Milo. Wait, after Milo's. After Milo Devereaux? I think he was still in the department. He is. Patrick interjected, he is. I've been feeling kind of out of it lately, Pat. I know you have. Have you been having premonitions? I thought that didn't happen for a long time. It reaches our kind of people at certain ages, especially when under distress or under a situation that you can't really figure out what to do. This forest messes with our heads. I had to look for the 4th citadel. There's plenty of time for that, Greg said. My eyes were a little bloodshot. Tyler. Yeah? I was like, yeah, Greg? You should get some rest. You don't look well. I've been trying to get some rest for the past couple of days. Where's Dylan? He suddenly he suddenly popped up behind me. Boo! Ah! I was like, babe, why did you do that? Oh, just a little fun. I kick him in the butt, playfully. I say, jerk. What do you? You look like you look like a zombie almost, little brother. I know. I'm trying to fix that. I remember we were getting close to our ending. Not ending. I remember we were getting close to our objective. We had to find out more about this, claiming that that Morris was about to do. Sorry, guys. We had to figure out what it is and how we stop it. And suddenly, a chill ran up my spine, and my eyes began to glow purple. Greg's like, ugh. I'm like, ugh. And I look, and I see premonitions of something bad. Oh, goodness. Kinetic shield. The bad thoughts evaporated like wind, like dust in the wind, and my eyes returned to their normal color. Tyler, are you okay? I saw premonitions of something. Of what? Tell us. What is it? Out with it, man. Spill. This forest is a type of purgatory, isn't it? What do you mean? I think I found my old journal. That's marked 10 years ago. What do you mean? Dylan's like, what do you mean? We've been here before? Dylan. Yeah. I think. What? 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 Damn it! When Morris said that he was already damned and that we were all dead but didn't know it. Yes? Are you a ghost? Are you? According to this book, I died 10 years ago. What do you mean you died? You're alive right now. That's just a hoax, probably. I have no idea. But I intend to find out more. And suddenly, Mason arrived. Mason! I said with a ferocity. What are you looking for? I'm looking for a chance to kill you again. Name the time and the place. We'll send you packing with your tail between your legs, said Patrick. Patrick. How very noble of you to stand up for your friend. But always remember, Tyler will never defeat me. Or Thomas. Thomas is nowhere near here, Patrick said. How very observant. said Mason, in a hushed tone. He walked towards me and said, "Wouldn't you like to find out the truth?" I can hear his voice ringing throughout my ears and my head. No. You know it to be true, my friend. Believe me. No. You know it. No! I shouted. Get out of my head! Get out of my head! I shouted louder. And without a trace, Mason had escaped before I can catch him or throw a punch. Let's get ready. Let's go find the Forrest citadel. Are you sure? Yes. We gear up as soon as we could. It was to be 3 hours before we reached our destination. So I talked to Quinn. I want you to know, and I'm sorry if I'm making you disturbed or upset by keeping you up all the time. The past couple nights I've been keeping you up, and I don't want to make you feel like I'm insane or something. I can never think that. I love you. How could you love me knowing that something might be wrong with me? I love you, faults and all. I'm not perfect either. Look at me. Look at me now. I went from a spoiled girl who knew nothing about life to fighting for something that truly mattered. And I met someone that I never knew that I could fall for. You're charming, kind, and caring, and a strong heart. So I want you to know that no matter what, I'm always going to be here, and I always love you. I'll always love you as well. Well, you never did tell me the girl name that you picked out. Evangeline. Or Cassidy. I do love Evangeline. It has a nice ring to it. It should have a nice ring to it, and it's your middle name. You would name her after me. One Quinn is enough. One Evangeline is enough. I would name her after you, honey. Quinn? Yeah. Don't you think one Quinn is enough? She smiled. If the world were more like you, this world would be truly beautiful. Excuse me, truly beautiful and truly a good place to live. I know, right? Trying to keep the sarcasm out of her tone. Leah said, definitely there would be a lot better, but also a lot of clones of her that would act like eggheads. She's like, you studied all the time and didn't have any time for fun. Yes, she's like, and? Well, that's it. That's not really much of an insult, baby sister. You try coming up with something. Did I tell you about the time Did I tell you about the time that Leah, at our 5th birthday party, don't you even bring that up. She's lying, Tyler, whatever she tells you. Don't believe anything she says about me. A big grin came across my face. You backstabbing big sister. Oh, come on, it was adorable. And you were 5. You had... She's like, you always got better birthday gifts than I did. Oh, don't you even start that. What do you mean? You pouted for 2 days straight for a puppy. I did not. It was more like 4 days. I rest my case. Well, you whined for a teddy bear. The glow-in-the-dark ones, remember? Dad got us both that. Dad got one for us both. Remember? Yes. She's like, I really do miss Daddy. I know you do, Leah. So do I. Look at us now. We were both spoiled rotten, and now we're fighting to protect the people that we love. You were spoiled and rotten. I was just spoiled. They hug it out. She said, once this war is over, we'll find Dad. And make sure him and Mom are okay. So, when are you due? Leah said. In 9 months. How far along are you? I'm only 3 days along. 3 days? 3 days? She's only 3 days along. 9 months is gonna be a long time. It is. This mission is gonna be tougher than our last. What's the lowdown, Craig? We had to steal a computer virus chip. We had to install a virus inside the computer's mainframe. How are we gonna do it? We're gonna take all the citadels piece by piece and make sure. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. And make sure that we take down our enemy once and for all. After this, the war begins. A retaliation. Then we fight back even harder. He has an army. We have you. I smiled and gave him a hug. Then we suddenly got to our location. Look at this fortress. It looks like a really big fortress, Patrick had said, smiling. Indeed, said Dylan. We jumped down. Suddenly I heard a guard yell, "Over there!" I turn around, take him out of the back of the knee and snap his arm. Ah! You're going to tell us where the mainframe is. Or else what? You don't want to see. My eyes turned to slight purple. Purple eyes. Patrick looked at Greg. Isn't that a sign of aggression? You don't think? No. Pat. He's too strong for that. He would never give up like that. A true Lumen angel could fight the dark desires of hate and fear. Are you sure? Yes. He will be the first Lumen in 4,000 years. He will be the first Lumen in 4,000 years. A true Lumen. The transformation will be painful on his body. I'm afraid of what it will do to him. I know. But he is our last hope. If this isn't successful, eventually, Schroeder, yes, Schroeder will come, eventually. But until then, Dylan interrupted. Hey, less talking, more fighting. Okay. We all fought back against the advancing group. Luckily, Leah knew a little bit about computers. Leah, ready to help me? Always ready. We jumped and tackled more guards and defeated them handily. I dispatched one by throwing him through a window. Wow, you've got a lot of energy. Indeed. She was hacking and she was all like, just give me a quick second. I'll be done as quick as a hiccup, little bud. And she did her thing. Type. And then, suddenly, my eyes began to flash a more darker purple. Ty! I'm okay, Leo. Just finish up. Boop! She uploaded the virus. And suddenly we escape, and a self-destruct sequence initiates. In 25 minutes, the place would blow. And when we made it outside, all the group had been defeated by the others. And we were left facing off against a very important person. Mason. Was that Mason? No, Mason. We'll need you for later. The traitor had said. The traitor had looked at me and said, well, if it isn't the man who walked right into our camp and became our tool. You are one evil son of a gun. Son of Han. Yes. Now let us fight. Gladly. We had rushed towards each other. Everyone stood back as I fought the betrayer. We punched, kicked, and zapped kinetic energy at each other. And suddenly, I felt a pain in my left arm. I felt a pain in my upper back. Tyler! Patrick had exclaimed. I'm okay, Pat, really. Tyler, relax. Fight your dark impulses, now. Celestial arm blast. I knocked him back. We had fought for a little bit in my new form. I punched, kicked, and attacked my way to pounding him into submission. He had tried to launch an attack. As I walked away, I wasn't going to kill him. I launched an attack, and I pushed him back with kinetic energy, impaling him to a rod. That's what you get, betrayer. Lawrence Hahn's son. You will never again torment us. I turned back into my human form. I did it. I transformed into a Lumen Angel, didn't I? Greg is like, kind of. What do you mean, kind of? It wasn't a full transformation. Oh. This power is very good. But this power can also be very seductive, I can tell. For a true Lumen Angel, you must control your powers, and I know you will. How do you know I'm a true Lumen? Is Sylvia one? Yes, your mother is a powerful Lumen. How powerful? The only ones that are left are you, her, and surprisingly, Quinn. Me? She shouted in bewilderment. You have the angel gene in you. Just like just like Tyler's chromosomes in his body. You have the same structural build as he does. But your transformation will be farther along. It won't be for a while. If you and Tyler combine your power, you two will be pretty much unstoppable. Quinn, you haven't really used your powers that often. I only use them in case of emergencies. Dylan would use them for fun, and so would Leah. Well, she has a point there. We walked back, and I laid next to Quinn and said, "Thank goodness and thank God that I have you in my life. For if it wasn't for you, I would have never found something else to fight for, I don't think." She stroked my hair and pulled me in for a kiss and said, "Thank you, honey." I said, "Of course, I love you." We fell asleep, and my eyes suddenly turned purple, and I disappeared off into the night in seclusion to find out what will happen and if the rumors were true. End of chapter 12. Okay, guys, sorry for the long wait. That's the end of chapter 12. And I will see you next week for chapter 13, entitled Tyler's Tragedy. Very big surprise for that one. I can't wait for you to see it. Alright, this is Tyler Movie Guy 22 signing off.